Good evening. Welcome to Lifestyle Evangelism. I'm Stan Dixon, the pastor of the Tucson Sharon Seventh-day Adventist Church, located right here in Tucson, sitting in for Charles Lodholt, who is away on business. And I have two special guests with me in the studio tonight. The first guest is my son, Timothy.
7 years old.
7 years old. Now, Timothy has been praying for a blessing. About this prayer that was answered, what happened today that made you feel very special?
I got to see President Clinton.
You got a chance to see President Clinton.
Yes.
Is that something you always wanted to do? You've seen him on television?
Yes.
And you prayed to God that one day you would be able to meet him?
Yes.
Now, we're from California, and we never saw President Clinton in California. But when you came today, what happened?
I got to see President Clinton in Tucson.
Okay, great. And so God answered your prayers.
Yes.
Now tell us something. Did you get a chance to touch him?
Yes.
What did you do?
I got.
Did you shake his hand?
No, I just touched his hand.
Okay. Well, that's good enough. Well, God is in the prayer answering business, and he also allows us to realize our dreams and our vision, and to do our part in this great controversy as missionaries for God, to tell people that, you know, Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever, and he will not alter the thing that has gone out of his mouth.
That's right.
He will not change. Now, Satan was successful in dragging us into this controversy.
Right.
So how can we, you know, overcome? How can we not be deceived?
Well, the only way that we can actually overcome is through the blood of Christ.
Yes.
That is the only way. We must have faith and accept what Jesus has done for us. But on the other hand, we don't want to just think that what we're doing is okay and is pleasing to God. We must also keep all of God's commandments. And God doesn't expect for us to keep his commandments without his help.
Sure.
See? So he wants us to cry to him, to ask for help, to keep his commandments. Mm-hmm. And once we do that, we will have a right relationship with God. And he wants us to understand that, because otherwise we cannot have a right relationship, and that's why the devil is so successful and causing so many people to disobey the law of God. Not only the moral law of God, but it's also his health law.
Sure.
Smoking, alcohol, as you mentioned before. All of that is destroying our health. And God expects for us to be in the best of health. As a matter of fact, he said in 1 John, you know, in 2 John, he wants us to be in the best of health. So therefore, it's not only the moral law, but it is the health law of God.
So it's not a deception to live not by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. And so until next week, we thank you for joining us. Continue to pray for Charles as he returns next.